Următoarea mea invitată este o persoană care a reușit să transmită echipei FUNPC și SERA o energie fantastică. A fost dragoste la prima vedere, am înțeles, chiar și la a doua și la a treia. Emanuela Croce este co-director general al Care France și împreună cu celălalt co-director, Alexandru Morel, pe care l-ați auzit mai devreme, au pus bazele acestui proiect și au crezut în echipele din România, în partenerii locali. Desigur că întreaga Confederație Care a susținut programele derulate în vederea sprijinirii refugiaților, însă cei doi au fost echipa din primul rând aici în România, alături de colegii din România. Did you understand? Yeah, a little bit. It was all good for you. It's enough.
Thank you for your generosity.
No, it's not mine. It's the organizers.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Daniela.
So, applause for Emanuela Croce for the conclusion of this first day of the conference. Emanuela,
yes,
please.
Thank you. So I have this difficult task to try to wrap up this rich day. How are you after this rich day? You are still alive and awake and with me? Woo! Thank you. So, first of all, I would like to share a memory of the beginning of the conflict. I remember these first days in which, with Alexandre and the teams in France, we discussed with Sarah about the type of intervention, and also internally, and it wasn't so easy to take the decision to go in a local way, in a localization way. And we had so many internal resistances too, so from, of course, compliance and finance and audit, and we decided to take the risk to go in this way because it was so important for us. And we decided to do it because we had a strong confidence and trust in a great partner for us, that is SERA Romania. And trust and confidence are really an important word that we shared all day long, actually. And this trust, we tried to build it also with all the local partners, with FONPC, and it wasn't easy at every step. We have to say it, and it has been so important to communicate. Communication is another key word of the day. To communicate, to build trust. And we really learned the importance to learn every day, and learning is another key word of the day. And one thing that I really noticed all day long has been also the humility of all the intervenants and the awareness of this importance to learn from each other. And so I really would like to underline that. So confidence, trust, and this was because we had a common vision. And I think that in this room, we all have a common vision about the right way to address emergency situations and, in general, social problems. The first keyword of the day in the first roundtable was, of course, localization. And Davina Said from ICVA underlined that localization is key to promote equal power. So equal power is another key word for us. And it's also a way to obtain sustainability in our interventions. So equal power and sustainability. And for that, the local ownership of the humanitarian response is a key factor. We have to ensure, she said, that population are the center of our response. Yes, because we do all of that for a reason. It's not for our policies, for our compliance rules, for our image, but it's for people that we do that. So always remember that, and I think that all the people, all the persons who talked today had really clear that in mind. So my colleagues, Alexandre, yes, because we are two co-general directors in Care France, underlined one thing that is really important for us in Care, that localization is not only a fact of efficiency, but is first of all a fact of rights. I mean, it's to protect rights of people in the best way that we want to do to go on that way, on that path. And to work on rights of people, of course, we have to, first of all, to ask people that we want to help what they think about the intervention and how to shape the intervention we want to build for them. Then we had Ellie Dunhill from Eurochild that underlined the importance of the role of civil society in Europe. And civil society is crucial in Europe because, as we shared in many different roundtables, civil society is source for information and knowledge for international NGOs and also for institutions. Civil society has also the important role to monitor governments, because it's important, of course, to ask governments to be accountable to citizens and to serve and about their services. And it's also civil society engage advocacy. So it's crucial to do advocacy to change on the long-term situations. And of course, it's also a way to promote innovations, because I had the opportunity to meet some of our partners here in Romania, and we always learn about new way of approaching problems. And when we sit in Paris or somewhere else, of course, we are far from the field, and we aren't able to see the new possible way to do things. What we all saw during this day, that this unprecedented refugee crisis in Europe, it was after the World War II, it was the biggest crisis we faced, allowed also an unprecedented collaboration between all the actors involved in all the chain of help. And collaboration, it's another important keyword of the day. Of course, we talked a lot about children, because most of the population who came here were children, women and children. And we heard the important words of the Minister of Education, and we learned about the crucial role they played here in Romania. And the Minister, Ligia Deca, told us about the importance of flexibility, another key word of the day. So yes, and talked about also the idea of open schools, when institutions and schools can become something else, and at every step of the intervention, all the things can also become something else and do something bigger than the normal use we have of the institution or projects. We also learned from Victoria Stoiciu of the Chancellery of the Prime Minister that institutions and civil societies are not in different tranches. Sometimes we think that we have to fight, but it's not the case, of course. And the most important thing, again, is she told that we are not talking about dry subjects, but we are talking about people again. And sometimes bureaucracy, and maybe tomorrow we will learn more about policy and donors, keeps you away from the real people, but from their stories and from their needs. And of course, to make all the bureaucracy in terms of grant making, in terms of compliance, to make it, more adapted to the actions that we want to do is a crucial thing for this kind of intervention. Then we had some intervention from the European Parliament, and what is true is that the Romanian experience is an example, I think, for all Europe. It was a very successful way to address this crisis. And I think that France, Italy, of course, and all the other European countries should really learn about the humility and the efficiency and of this intervention. But Victor Negrescu from the European Parliament remembered us that, this is only one of the crises in the world, and that in the world last year 44 million of children had to flee their homes. So the dimension of the phenomenon is really huge. This is a huge crisis, but it's not the only one. We know that in the world nowadays, in this moment, we are facing a number of crises and multiple crises, and with a great complexity. And so this case and this way of working should be an example for many others in the world. And what else? Of course, what the European Parliament underlined was also that the situation for children in the world is dramatic in this moment. So we are talking here about this situation, but in this moment many things are happening. Then we also had the ambassador of Moldova that told us about the importance of solidarity, another keyword of the day, and how the Moldovan citizens kept their solidarity, even if the situation of their country is quite complicated in terms of, for financial issues, inflation, and many other difficult situations. And the importance of solidarity of citizens, it's something that also allowed us to fund this crisis, because the generosity of European citizens allowed us and helped us to finance this crisis. So the good news is that people aren't egoists, and people are open and to help when the situation is complicated. And of course, we had the testimonial of the ambassador of Ukraine, and we all listened with deep attention the news from Ukraine, and we were touched, of course, by his gratitude, because people who need, and population who need help, of course, see the solidarity again of the population around the world, and it helps not only in material way, but also in a deeper and durable way. And to conclude, now I don't do the wrap-up of the last working groups, because we have just listened to that, and I see that the time is ended, more or less. So I conclude, and to conclude, I would like really to invite all of you, as you are doing actually, to participate actively and to use this opportunity to exchange practices, ideas, challenges, because we have said all the day that the collective expertise and knowledge, and also the collective responsibilities, are and must be in the center of this kind of response, because nobody owns the truth. We need all the pieces of the knowledge, all the pieces of the capacity, all the perspectives to be able to respond to complex crises. So, as Bogdan said this morning, this is the best title we could find for the conference. So use this time to build bridges and to rethink bridges. Thank you.
Thank you, Emanuela. Thank you for your kind words, for your very interesting conclusions. There were not only conclusions. It was a whole and a very sharp film of the day. You gave us the movie of the day. Yeah?
I have to be a movie maker then.
And you also gave us a very important list of keywords. Yeah,
as journalist, you noticed
as journalist,
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I noticed these keywords, and I thank you for this. We've got also a confirmation about fantastic energy. I was spoken before about you, and I'm sure you all felt it. You know, I felt it. This energy.
Because you're close.
Energy.
You're close.
I'm very close, but I'm sure the audience also felt it. This energy.
Thank you.
With such energy, I think the things move easier. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
We
very
need
much.
energy.
And finally, Emanuela has a very calligraphic Right then.
You like it?
Yeah, I like very much, and
I can give you this.
understand everything, and I am a little bit jealous because you cannot understand too much from my writing, but you are very calligraphic writing.
Thank you.
Okay, so this will end our. We have another movie. This will end our conference, our first day of conference. Deci prima zi a conferinței se termină, dar nu se termină și, de fapt se termină conferința, dar nu și ziua, pentru că mai avem de lucruri de văzut, între care, în primul rând, un film, încă un reportaj interesant, realizat în cadrul programului Care for Ukraine, și apoi vă vom mai spune ce urmează, marketplace, știți cu toții, ați văzut agenda, dar vă voi da câteva indicații tehnice pentru ultima parte a zilei. Acum să vedem filmul. Thank you again, Emanuel.
Să vedem. La revedere.
Mersi.
Mulțumesc frumos.
I told you.
Avem aproximativ 950 de ucraineni, spre 1000 de ucraineni care ne-au pășit pragul. Cam jumătate sunt copii, jumătate sunt adulți, de toate categoriile de vârstă. Și ce am făcut a fost să ne uităm pe aceste categorii de vârstă și să vedem care sunt nevoile lor. Sigur, a fost și mult dialog și multă observație și stat printre ei și văzut ce nevoi au și ce anume putem să facem pentru nevoile lor. Și practic am creat o paletă de activități și servicii. Servicii însemnând consiliere psihosocială, servicii juridice, servicii medicale, pe care le-am oferit și prin colaborările pe care le-am avut în cadrul centrului, pentru că o altă direcție pe care noi ne-am propus-o, apropo de centru deschis în comunitate, este să creăm spațiu și pentru alte organizații care aveau expertiză pe anumite direcții, așa cum sunt serviciile medicale, de exemplu.
Первая профессия – это филолог, но до войны я уже много лет практиковала, я была уже психологом. И, соответственно, когда война началась, я хотела быть очень полезной для людей, которые бежали от войны. У меня был этот опыт и было желание, поэтому я стала искать возможность. Нашла ее в Румынии. Я чувствую себя очень хорошо. Во-первых, я полезна, и для меня это важно, что я полезна людям, которые ко мне приходят каждый день в кабинет. А второе, я себя чувствую любимой, да, вот в этом коллективе. Меня всегда спрашивают, как мои дела. Это для меня очень ценно. То есть я себя чувствую человеком, который может отдавать и принимать что-то. Это очень важно.
Да, я вначале действительно начала все с нуля. Но меня интересовало, все-таки оказались ребята, все окружение было, которое говорило на русском языке, на украинском языке. Это была понятная для меня речь. Все, что я не знала эти ясы, они мне подсказывали, какой транспорт нужно использовать и так далее. Я очень быстро вникла в это все. Вот. Тут появился у меня первый смартфон, в нем я вообще не разбиралась. Но потом уже разобралась и действительно уже следила за объявлениями, которые у нас проходили по смартфону, и чувствовала себя комфортно. Ну, первые кружки я решила куда-то, это был английский язык, который бесплатно был для нас организован, проводила его Андреева Аня. И я влилась в эту группу, познакомилась с другими нашими коллегами, которые были здесь, на квартирах жили, да. И действительно уже как-то жизнь pășla более общественная такая.
Deja mă gândesc la încă un aspect pozitiv pe care l-a adus acest război, și anume faptul că am creat o comunitate interculturală. Și când spun asta, vorbesc și de oamenii cărora le-am oferit servicii, activități, copii, adulți, dar și o comunitate de specialiști. Pentru că ei au venit alături de noi ca și voluntari, centrul nostru fiind deschis pentru orice ucrainean avea o competență, o expertiză și dorea să o pună în slujba semenilor săi. Așa am pornit, cu această viziune. Și am deschis ușile largi pentru ei, au venit alături de noi au simțit că pot să rămână și să construiască, că am deschis ușile pentru ei și au rămas alături de noi și s-au integrat foarte bine.
I have big wishes to help people and I come in Bethany. I receive help from Bethany and I've been in their system and use their help, and after understand I can help. And I come last December and propose them to work with people like volunteer. I finished this project with volunteer. Next year from February they propose me official job. They want to be employer and to work in Bethany, and now it's already 1 year I am here.
And you are doing art therapy?
I make art therapy with adults and children. I can make different kind craft by hand from wood, metal, paper, different natural materials, and we make many amazing things for house, for soul.
I'm come here and start find some school, and I find one English one where I been last year. It was English school when where was like all on English, but in the same time everyone talk on Romanian, and I start like not translate, just understand Romania, because I every time hear it.
Înțelegi puțin românește?
Da.
So do you come often here to the activities in Bethany?
Yeah, I usually help to my mom some activities, and also I have some activities with the computers. I teach some children like base of design. Children like it. It's like also like a club, because in some schools you have club where you come talking, share something, and it's like this.
It's very hard when you lost all, even yourself, don't understand what you must to do with your life, but when you have children, you must. You don't have say, I don't can, don't have power, don't have emotional stable, don't have money or something. You must, and many people who come on my lesson, adults, it's moms with children and old people. Many old people who are lonely and who have health problem with disability, and they understand they even can receive now in Ukraine help to live, because they depended of hospital of receive some medical treatment. I think it's like God's blessing for me, personal, what I come in this company, what I meet here. We have very good team working, we have very good relationship with basic on trust.
Nevoile lor rămân cam aceleași, chiar dacă acum poate sunt de o altă dimensiune, să spun așa, dar în continuare au nevoie de consiliere psihosocială. Nu au depășit nici vorbă să depășească trauma prin care au trecut. Au nevoie de a înțelege și de a învăța cum să se conecteze cu comunitatea din România, fie că înseamnă cum să se ducă către un angajator și să înțeleagă cultura noastră, astfel încât să poată să acceseze cât mai bine acele resurse. Au nevoie de sprijin pentru copii. Sunt mulți copii care sunt în școlile românești, dar încă observăm și din ce ne spun și ei, există diferențe de abordare din perspectiva sistemului de educație, care încă nu este pregătit să integreze acești copii în sistem. Și atunci ei au nevoie să înțeleagă aceste lucruri și nevoile materiale care rămân. Până la urmă, nevoile de bază sunt primele care trebuie îndeplinite, că e nevoie de hrană, că e nevoie de alte lucruri, tot ce înseamnă nevoi de bază, ele trebuie îndeplinite. Și eu cred că e musai să rămânem aproape de ei, pentru că în caz contrar vor dezvolta niște vulnerabilități pe care poate la momentul acesta nu le vedem, dar care pot avea efecte negative asupra societății noastre, pentru că, până la urmă, fondul acesta de vulnerabilitate rămâne și cu siguranță va crea efecte sociale adverse, fie că vorbim de copii, de tineri, de mame, de adolescente.
Un alt reportaj foarte, foarte interesant pe care l-am urmărit acum. N-aș vrea să încheiem fără a aminti pe cineva care, de fapt, sunt două instituții, cineva e impropriu spus, de a aminti cele două instituții care au avut un rol important în realizarea programelor. E vorba de Ambasada Franței și de Institutul francez. Sunt instituții care au pus umărul la realizarea acestor acțiuni și merită și ele aplauze pentru finalul acestei zile, din care mai avem o invitație de făcut pentru a merge să vizionați ceea ce noi am numit Marketplace, standuri, Stands from Technical Networks and International Initiatives. E vorba de standuri unde participanții pot să descopere oportunități de implicare și sinergii, așa au fost ele numite. Sunt câteva standuri care sunt organizate în sălile Arizona și Colorado, organizat de stand de ICVA, da? Gabriela Miranada, Senior Policy Officer, va fi acolo responsabil, Eurochild, Sharon O'Donnell, Partnership and Programs Officer, ECRE, Chiara Catelli, Policy Officer, și FONPC, Cătălina, Bianca, Corina și Daniela. Deci standurile de la Marketplace în sălile Arizona și Colorado vă așteaptă. Rugăm colegii din Ucraina să stea grupați pentru a putea fi împărțiți și conduși către aceste standuri. Restul participanților vor putea merge unde doresc, pentru că limba de prezentare va fi engleză. Deci vă așteaptă aceste standuri. Rugămintea este să stați aproximativ 15 minute la fiecare stand și să vă rotiți, pentru că toată lumea să treacă la toate standurile. Cam atât, nu, Bogdan? Mulțumesc. Ne vedem mâine și diseară, care doriți, la cină. Înainte de toate, Marketplace, standuri. Zi bună în continuare!